Uncover the hidden world of political campaigns in just 5 minutes. Join me, your host, David Washington, on Countertop Politics every Monday for exclusive campaign insights, tantalizing innuendo, and the secret sauce behind successful political campaigns. Don't miss out. Let's go. All right, all right, all right. It is your favorite political innovator, David Washington, here with another Monday edition of Countertop Politics. Yes, every Monday, 5 minutes or thereof of campaign insight, political innuendo, and the secret sauce to winning campaigns. I'm David Washington again, and it's primary season. Yes, it is. It is primary season. We had some primaries in Arkansas, I think also North Carolina, and of course Texas. And Texas was more interesting to me because you had some heavyweights in both the Republican Senate primary, which featured Attorney General Ken Paxton and current Senator John Cornyn. And then you had on the Democrat side, Representative Jasmine Crockett versus state representative, I believe he's a state representative or state senator of Texas, Talarico. And so we saw how, you know, things kind of panned out. You have a two-way tie, or you had the top two, but the numbers were very close between Paxton and Cornyn on the Republican side. They're both, supporters of Trump. Paxton more so than Cornyn. Paxton have some, ethical and moral dilemmas in his past. However, he has been very successful in carrying the MAGA torch. So that's very interesting. I see oh boy, this is a close one. However, I see um, possibly whoever could tap into that Representative Wesley Hunt um, electorate who voted, I think, around 13 to 15% for him, whoever could tap into his message would be more like Cornyn, in my estimation. Whoever can tap into those voters will win the Republican nomination. I believe that is coming up in late March, early April for that runoff. On the Democrat side, Talarico handed Jasmine Crockett a significant and defining loss. What I learned, and I'm going to go into a little bit more in regard to messaging, but what I learned about this campaign, particularly with Crockett, of course, she was encouraged by Republicans and others to join this race. Republicans believed that she was a weaker Democratic nominee prospect than Talarico. Crockett did not have a campaign manager. She really did not have a campaign infrastructure. And her message was hate Trump. And we see what that resulted in, a significant loss and, more importantly, a significant defining end to Representative Jasmine Crockett's political career, as far as I see it. To take it a little bit further, in the week since those primaries, I've had conversations with people here in Florida across the political spectrum discussing what is it in these times of war, uncertainty, in this economy, in these United States, what is it that candidates can speak to in regards to their kitchen table issues? And as we saw in Texas, and I'll use Texas primarily, because it's similar to what's happening here in Florida. On the Republican side, um, you're looking at your base, right? And you're thinking, what is it that gets the base to come out to vote? And of course, you lean into those policies in Texas that have worked, those policies that closely align to what has worked for the Trump administration, so forth and so on. On the Democrat side, um, Trump and the hate for Trump did not work. It didn't help that not having a significant political campaign structure in place to take on Representative Talarico, who had been in the race for months and months ahead of Representative Crockett. She came in with a huge deficit. It also didn't help with the whole mess with what is it, the Tonight Show? No, not the Tonight Show. Whatever show that what's his name, Stephen Colbert has. That whole kerfuffle. I don't know about that. We can talk about that some other, but um, eh, what happened with Stephen Colbert and Telerico is being talked about and written about in other media. And did it help? I'm sure it did help. However, we do know what the outcome is, and Telerico will face a Republican in the primary or in the general election in November. To speak more about the conversations in the week leading up to today, it's March 9th, um, 9:45 in the morning on Monday morning. Uh, the conversations I'm having across the board, Democrats who are strong, strong Democrats, the core, they don't see anything but supporting anyone but Trump. Any Democrat who is just as fervent about defeating Trump at every level, they're going to support Trump. But then there are other Democrats and independents and some open minded Republicans who are like, I don't know. I don't know. They're wavering. They're wavering based on what's happening internationally right now with the conflict in the Gulf of um, do they call it the Gulf, the Persian Gulf? Um, a lot of what I'm hearing is that those who have supported Trump are very concerned that he's not sticking to some of the things that ring very hollow now, like no new wars, no more endless wars. They're really holding on tight to that. Independents and like-minded Democrats, open-minded Democrats, are saying to me, the Democrats are still holding very tight to the woke DEI initiatives and have no real policies, no significant policies that affect their kitchen table issues that would ignite their their spirit to vote Democrat. And they tend to support the policies of Donald Trump, President Trump, because they are hitting at kitchen table issues, um, issues that lay the foundation for a better future for the United States of America. So I'm taking this all in. It's like, wow, this is good information to talk to my clients about when they start campaigning, if they ever start campaigning, knocking on doors, talking to voters. However, the warning for them is that, the election cycle is getting shorter and shorter and shorter as each day passes. Here in Florida, overseas and out of state ballots go out the weekend of July 4th. This is March 9th. So if your message needs to be out there, it needs to be out there right now, very clear, very succinct, and talking to those issues that people are concerned about at their kitchen tables. So, you know, I just want to keep this brief and just some insight from the beginning of the primary season 2026. Um, if you like what you hear and have additional insight that you like to share, please don't hesitate and reach out to Countertop Politics. Reach out to me. I love to hear what you have to say. I love to have that conversation online, in person, whatever, because I truly think that we all can benefit for some of the from some, if not all, of the insight that I share, not only on Countertop Politics, but the David Washington Show, Ground Zero Florida, of course. Let's not forget the Fernandez legacy with Mildred Fernandez. We can't forget the Exchange. That's more of a platform that's moderated and headed by our media director, Sean King. The King Exchange is geared towards the younger generation. And then, of course, we have From the Margins with James the Fun. Oh boy, James. Oh, Jimmy, you have lit it up. People are talking about it. People are tuning in, and Jimmy is coming from that liberal Democrat perspective. And please challenge us with your facts, not your feelings. And of course, please like, share, hit the notification button so we can very soon start monetizing our platform, start monetizing the Jay and Washington Network platform. So again, God bless. I love you. We'll see you the next time. This is Countertop Politics. I'm David Washington.